So we are back with Destiny, and this is a follow-up to a video I made earlier in the week, which I will leave a link to at the end of this video, discussing the problems for the game in giving a tier 9 tank away relatively cheap or for free, and the problem that causes in battle. And some of the responses I received was, well, of course, people are going to get this tank because it's OP, and that is a myth that I am going to debunk in this video. I don't know what it is with these hybrid nation tanks, but there always seems to be a perception that they're OP and therefore everyone has to have it. So let's take a look at some of the stats to debunk that myth. So what we have here is the Destiny being compared against tech tree heavy tanks from tier 9. They're all set to stock at the moment and there are no consumables being used. So we've just got the baseline numbers for the tanks. And where you see a green number, the tech tree tank is better than the Destiny, and where you see a red number, the Destiny is better than the tech tree tank. And as you can see, there is plenty of green in favor of the tech tree tanks, except for when we get down to maneuverability and camo rating, survivability, and that sort of thing. So that goes to show you that the Destiny is not as OP as people might think it is. But let's see what happens when we compare the tanks with upgraded modules. Okay, so we've upgraded all of the tanks. They have now got the top modules. And again, as you can see, there has been some changes, but predominantly firepower is in favor of the tech tree heavy tanks. Maneuverability is, again, predominantly in favor of the tech tree tanks, but survivability is in the Destiny's favor. And that's with all of the tanks, all of the modules fully upgraded. But what's happening at the moment is the Destiny is being played stock, and it is coming up against fully upgraded heavy tanks. So let's see what that looks like. So our stock Destiny here has come up against the fully upgraded modules on the tier 9 heavy tanks. And again, as you can see, there is plenty of green in favor of the tech tree heavy tanks. Again, until we get to survivability, the tech tree tanks have the advantage. So that's what the Destiny looks like when it's compared to tier 9 heavy tanks. Let's just take a look at what it looks like when it comes up against tier 8 heavy tanks. Again, these are all tech tree tanks and all are set to stock. And as you can see, it's not even the case that the Destiny has significantly better figures than these tier 8 heavy tanks. Yes, there are some areas where the Destiny will outperform them, and you'd expect that it is a tier higher. And again, it still has the advantage in terms of maneuverability, but it's not the case that it is more overpowered against tier 8 tanks than people might think it is. So this is what it looks like if we upgrade all of the modules on the Destiny and the tier 8 heavy tanks. Clearly there are some changes in the numbers, but DPM wise, generally the tier 8 tanks do have the advantage. And as we go down, you can see again, it's not necessarily the case that the Destiny is outperforming these tanks. Clearly, Destiny is designed to be quite maneuverable. And this is what a stock Destiny looks like against the upgraded tier 8 heavy tanks. And again, I would not say that this tank is OP. So there we have it. There's my views on whether or not the Destiny is OP. I don't think it is. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.